in terms of ring, young Logan Paul has already, he's like a veteran in the ring. He knows what he's doing. He doesn't have to think about it. It all comes naturally. Cody's the same way. So this is going to be a real magnificent match.
Also taking place in Saudi Arabia will be Cody Rhodes, the undisputed WWE champion, versus the United States champion, Logan Paul. Champion versus champion. Again, it's another, whoever did the booking for this pay-per-view has got a lot of, it's kind of hard to see which way you might go. That's why I love this pay-per-view. It's a great setup. So here you got these two champions. One of them's going to walk away with two belts.
Maybe. Back in the old days, if the world champion wrestled the U.S. champion, the world championship was on the line, not the U.S. title.
Got you. So have they cleared that up? Do we know yet what the belt will be? Is it going to be for both belts or just one belt or what?
Don't know, but I can see some sort of controversy coming out of this where maybe both belts are held up or something, some sort of huge controversy to keep that going, because in terms of ring, young Logan Paul has already, he's like a veteran in the ring. He knows what he's doing. He doesn't have to think about it. It all comes naturally. Cody's the same way. So this is going to be a real magnificent match. But
totally agree. I totally agree, Teddy. I think this will be probably the match of the night. Maybe wrong, but my guess is both these guys, we know that Cody will do whatever he's got to do to try to have the best match of the night. Logan Paul being the same way. It's almost a no-miss situation. What do you think?
Well, I tell you, Logan Paul has certainly proved himself. Okay, I'm telling you, man. I mean, here's a person that really wants it. When you see that a guy improves as quick as he did and understands, how this really works, he really wants it. Yeah. So this one will be one of those that I would say might be too close to call.
If you're going to watch this, there will not be any match of the night because it'll be on during the day here in the
That's
United
true,
States.
Yeah, because we're watching it during the day as they're in Saudi. I believe that'll be 1 p.m. Eastern time that it'll start. So keep that in mind because that always catches me off guard. You look here, another match after Rhea Ripley was forced to relinquish her title due to injury. Becky Lynch won it in the Battle Royal, and Liv Morgan was the final superstar to have been eliminated by Becky Lynch in that Royal Rumble. Now we have Liv Morgan's revenge tour meeting Becky Lynch at the pay-per-view. Does Liv Morgan get her revenge on Becky? Bill?
I'm going to do this as Muhammad Ali might. It's going to be a cinch, the match for Becky Lynch. I heard him in my head. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good match, tough match, but I think Becky Lynch is going to come out as the victor in that match and retain the championship.
Teddy, your thoughts?
Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch, yeah. And by the way, there's news that was online today, not long before we actually went on air, and people suggesting that Becky Lynch has not signed, at the time of this recording, has not re-signed with WWE, and people are saying she's on her way maybe to AEW.
No.
No way that's happening. That ain't going to happen.
Did you really read that?
Yes, that is true. Yeah. It's amazing what people will believe. Yeah. Let's see. The Intercontinental Championship match. Sami Zayn defends his title against Chad Gable and Bronson Reed in a three-way, with Chad or Bronson looking to maybe end the longest intercontinental title reign in WWE history. Bill, your thoughts? Who's going to walk away with this win?
I think it's time for Bronson Reed. They've had this monster lose a bunch of times. He's so good. He reminds me, and I mentioned this on one of our shows maybe a year ago, he reminds me of Crusher Blackwell. He's got that, he can fly, he can do a little of everything, but he's more agile. and he's a bit more talented. He's more of a modern day type of wrestler, and I think he can be a major heel with that intercontinental belt.
Teddy, your thoughts?
Yeah, I like Bronson Reed, man. He's a real nice guy. I had a chance to talk to him a little bit when I was there, and his attitude is just absolutely great, man, and such a real nice guy. And like I said, he was real pleasant to talk to. So I think, and like Bill was saying, he's did a lot of, put a lot of guys over on TV. He's did a lot of favors, and I think it's his time too, because you can see this big monster guy here could complain about some of the guys he's had to put over. You know what I mean? If you want to look at it like that, but he knows that this is business. He's ready to do business. So whatever you guys want, that's what he's going to do. So take care of him.
But don't blow off Chad Gable, because right now they have Chad Gable in a major angle where he's being a real bastard to his team, to the Alpha Academy. So they could do a swerve here and put that belt on him and make his ego larger, and there can be a whole war with Otis and the.
I tend to believe that's where it may go, because otherwise I'm not really understanding why Chad's in this match. Why isn't it just Bronson and Sammy?
Because he was cost the whole thing goes back to him not winning that title in front of his little daughter. So yeah.
Well, that means the storyline probably has a little bit longer to go. So I would see that maybe Chad does walk away with that win. We'll see. That'd be an interesting thing. Let us know what you guys think. Write down in the comments. All right, here we go. Damian Priest will face Drew McIntyre, also at this pay-per-view at the King of the Ring for the World Heavyweight Championship. McIntyre for the win, or do we see CM Punk play into this somehow? Bill?
Na 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 na. Na 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 na, hey, Damian Priest. Damian Priest is an excellent worker. He's a great guy. I know him really, really well. Drew McIntyre's got to get that belt, and Saudi Arabia is the place to do it. And that sets up that whole scenario with CM Punk to finally happen. Maybe this is where we're going for SummerSlam.
Daddy, what do you think is going to happen here?
I like Damian Priest. Damian is certainly another guy that's really improved. He reminds me a lot of Eddie Guerrero. And I heard him and Drew with this past Monday with that promo, really cut a good promo. I mean, the promo was outstanding. So I don't think you would involve CM Punk in this, you know what I mean? They may go another route, but I don't see Punk getting involved. But I see Damian Priest coming out on top. I don't know, but I just.
So do you not expect that we'll see CM Punk in Saudi Arabia? No?
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he won't be in Saudi Arabia. I'm just saying I don't expect him to be involved in Damian and Drew McIntyre's match. And I mean, it could happen, but I just don't see it.
I kind of
they'll put him in as commentator possibly if he's there.
That's true. I keep forgetting about that, but yes, because he's also very good at commentary. So, speaking of using the microphone, here is a surprise. I'm going to jump off that pay-per-view now and move on to something that happened on Raw. Lilian Garcia made her return to WWE and did a guest spot with ring announcer Samantha Irvin, and she also did some introductions. Teddy, did you get a chance to see Lilian last night?
I saw Lilian a little bit. She ain't changed. She's still good as she always was.
Yeah, she is in every single way too. She looks just like she did when she left, and she is one of those classic voices from WWE's time, man. And it's a female, which is unusual. Just like Samantha Irvin is doing so well now. I'm glad to see that we have these strong voices coming out, because a lot of times you just get the cookie cutter kind. These girls are completely different.
Well, SmackDown's now got a female ring announcer as well.
Yes. Do you remember what her name is, Bill?
Alicia, not Fox. I can't remember the last name. But.
Yeah. Teddy, you were about to say something. I'm sorry.
Well, I was just speaking about, it's just good to see things are happening for the women in this business, because for a long time, women always had to take a step back. And now, we're in the 20th century, man, and these women are really showing out. They're not just only showing up; they show up and show out. So I'm just happy to see them get the break that they certainly deserve.
Yeah, Samantha Irvin is magnificent. She is the ring announcer's ring announcer. She is that freaking good.
What I like about her is that she, in this business, it's really easy to forget that you're trying to make it look unknown as the outcomes of how things come. Samantha Irvin, when she's in there and announcing the winners or whatever, you can tell she is legitimately surprised by the outcome of the match. If she is not, she plays it very well, because the way she gets her emotion wrapped up into the announcement, like when Cody Rhodes won at WrestleMania, where she broke down, people gave her hell simply because she cried a little bit. It was real. It was great. That's the way it should be. Anybody doesn't think so, go watch something else, because you're not watching professional wrestling for what it is. Emotion, moments and emotion. That's what makes professional wrestling.
Just like we always say, brother, there's always one.
Always one.
There's always one that's will mess up a wet dream.
Bill, let me ask you, coming up on Friday night, we'll be in this coming Friday, as we're recording this show.
We don't know when this is going to be aired.
Yeah, we have no idea when this is. So it may be after the fact, but tell us about your one-man show that's coming up.
Well, it's sold out. I sold out.
Where'd you get that at? Sold out where?
Thank you. So I bought every ticket.
I have been to the shows. I've helped him with these shows on a couple of occasions.
Well, you're going to be doing my tech work and some shtick with me too.
Yeah, that's right. So just remind me. I'll get the invoice to you as soon as I can. Teddy, you're going to be on the show with him. I think you're going to be a guest, right?
I don't know. I don't know. He says he's only sold about one ticket. So who am I going to be on the show to perform for?
That'll be a free ticket.
Well, it sounds like you're going to be in a sold out ballroom.
He is, and I've got a special segment that I want to do with Teddy, and I'm not going to tell him in advance.
I never tell him in advance either, because that makes it more real when we have a conversation. So, by the way, Road Trip After Hours, please join Teddy and I. We do that every Friday on YouTube, and of course, anywhere you find your favorite podcast. And Teddy and I certainly appreciate the number increases we have been getting in the last month.
We're gonna be live there from SICW. We'll be coming in and out on different times there live. Letting you talk to some of the great talent that's there, and kind of show the fans what's going on and what's really happening there. So we'll be live right there at SICW.
Live streaming. Woo.
Yes, and we'll be there with our Road Trip After Hours.
And this will be the first time that Teddy and I have done this, so it's kind of a test in the first place. So just kind of hang with us. Watch social media. We'll post up before we get online, so you'll know that when we're coming to you.
And by the way, I do want to throw in that for you fans, and a lot of you have done this, to please go to sportskeeda.com/newsletters and subscribe to my weekly newsletter there. We're getting like 30,000 people opening this every week. So very appreciated.
One more thing, while I'm thinking about it, I do want to announce, and I don't even know if I've told Teddy this, but the Wrestling Time Machine on Sportskeeda picked up for another year. So thank you very much to Sportskeeda. We look forward to being here and keep doing this show, because we have a great time. In fact, if you ask all three of us, this is the time of the week we look forward to, because we all get to chat and have fun and get paid for it. Not much. Yeah. We get paid.
Well, you could have left that
out. All right, guys, we're out of here. I'm Mac Davis.
I'm feeling all right. I was really excited about Sportskeeda until you said that. Then you killed it.
Can I have Sportskeeda Human Resources?
Yeah.
They're getting paid? What the?
We're out of here. See you next week.
You need to talk to payroll. You're in the wrong department.
What the heck?
I'm getting a new lawyer.